So I'm going to be talking about the disgusting recent grape allegations against Tim Walz. Just remove the G. YouTube doesn't like that word. Don't ask me why. And they're pretty graphic for YouTube, so I'm going to have to dumb it down. But an individual sent Dognet YouTube a letter regarding what went down in the 90s. Here's the story summarized. This was when he was a teacher. So he brought a 14-year-old male student to a concert, provided him with alcohol, then stopped at a tavern to eat. No, not a McDonald's, a tavern for a 14-year-old. There were only a few women at that place, and so years down the line, the 14-year-old realized he was taken to a gay bar. He doesn't remember too much of the night because of the drinking, other than his clothes being taken off at Tim's house, and then being received head, which mouth on the unit act, if you know what I'm saying. He was concerned about Gwen, his wife, for walking in, but Tim assured him that they would not be disturbed. The next morning, he woke up from the couch and Gwen made him breakfast and acted like nothing happened. Tim then took him home. The 14-year-old thought he had feelings for Tim. Tim told him a bunch of stories like being nearly dead from the military, as well as serving in the Persian Gulf War, as well as that he was bi. The 14-year-old didn't know what that bi meant, so he had to explain what that meant. Later in September 1995, they went out and got into a big argument, and Tim Walz drove drunk home, resulting in his DUI. His parents made a complaint to the school board on their suspicions of the relationship later down the line, but he never admitted it to them what that went on. And overall, there was about 10 to 12 intimate encounters. As I record this video, a public statement from the victim was released saying another victim has come forward, but it isn't given as much publicity as this, and that 2 other students were at concerts with Tim. As well as Gwen, Walz lied about attending the concert with the victim. She was not there. Gwen's probably trying to cover Tim's back, saying all this isn't true. Then he mentioned Tim has a Chinese thigh tattoo and explained what it meant to him at the time. Super bizarre stuff. After the parents complained to the school board about Tim, they voted 6-0 unanimously to fire Tim, even though Tim claims to have left on his own accord. Obviously, my first reaction to this is whether this is credible or not. People can fabricate any story, so we'll have to wait and see on the authenticity of this. But the big reason why I'm making this video is that this tracks with everything I'm seeing on Tim. He has bizarre mannerisms that made us believe he's gay. He lies all the time about his military record. So what on earth could he have done in his life to make it that far? And it just doesn't surprise me. I hope these aren't true because I don't want any 14-year-old to go through what that man had to go through, especially with a man that made it that far in life. But if these are true, I pray that the media doesn't suppress it to further their agenda, because obviously these are disgusting allegations. But right now we're just going to have to wait and see what goes on with this story.